All right, it's another day here on the Darling Downs. Just in the caravan, about to get ready for another day of work. Yesterday, I pretty much finished my final report, final reflection. It's more like a reflection, really, on the whole workplace. But yeah, it's titled "Final Report." So I've basically finished it, 100% done. Like I've read through it multiple times, made edits. I'm done. At this stage, I'm done. Like I've done all the parts of it. All I need to do now is I've got one day left with the Rangers as part of the placement. I need to get a form signed off by them, basically confirming that I've attended the required hours, and then attach that to the report and then submit. It's due on Friday. I would have a 3-day extension, but I won't need it. I'm going to the Rangers on Thursday this week, so I'll get them to sign the form, attach it, and then I'll get home that evening, send it off, and I'm done. Uni is finished. This has just been a long-winded saga for me, really, getting to this point. It's taken way longer than I thought it would, and I've been reading through, like I said, mentioned before, I'm reading through all the journals. I've read through all my journals from 2020, 2021, and I'm getting to 2022, which is a very interesting year because that is when I moved out here. And I haven't read through those journals before, actually. Not the 2022. I've occasionally gone back to my old journals and all that, just certain parts, like, what was I doing then? Well, I haven't gone back to the 2022 journal because honestly, like, it was a bit of a traumatic time for me, honestly. There was some crazy things. It was a crazy time, of course, for all of us. I can't speak exactly for where you were at, but here in Australia, things got absolutely crazy during that time with COVID restrictions and all that. We had like 2 years of lockdowns, and like it was just a messed up time, right? Like right after I got out of high school, right, we're hit by all these restrictions, all these lockdowns. I wanted to start up uni, and I had this goal, go to uni and actually like join some clubs, make friends, the usual things, like go to university to study and then of course meet people in person. But alas, we had like 2 years of restrictions, and then that didn't end up happening. And then towards the end of that is when I moved out here anyway. So in that case, the way things went, I was pretty much deprived of your standard university college experience. I mean, since then I have gone to the university in person on odd occasions, but not a regular thing, and as a result I haven't been able to make many friends at university. So yeah, it is what it is. Like, I accept it now. But yeah, I was on my main channel, I got a comment from Mike V in my latest cold plunge video, and that got me thinking as well. He was like, I wish I could bring it up here. I need to come up with a system where I can bring up comments and then read them live. Like these videos should probably film with my new camera, because then I can actually bring it up on my phone. I can't film and bring up comments at the same time. But yeah, Mike was basically saying how, like, when I inevitably move from this area, like we're most accustomed to that which we are familiar with, something along those lines. And when I inevitably move from here, I'll definitely miss the creek. That's the truth. I will miss the creek. I really will. Like, it's become something. It's part of my daily routine. I'm so used to it. And yeah, he said, but there will be other things to replace it. And that just got me thinking about the nature of life, such as life, as Ned Kelly famously says. If you don't know Ned Kelly, just search him up. Search up Ned Kelly. It's one of Australia's most iconic figures, a real legend. They're somewhat controversial to some people. He's either a hero or a villain, depending on who you ask. I'm not going to comment on that now, but yeah, Ned Kelly, he's one of the most iconic Australians that really, he really, how do I say this, influenced the Australian ethos that began to develop as people moved further inland, especially into the bush, more remote regions. And yeah, really the struggle between regional areas, the outback, and in people in the cities, the major seats of power, I should say. That's a whole interesting dynamic that I can discuss. But yeah, look, change is inevitable. Things will always change. Like, I read back to the 2022 when I moved out here. I can never go back to those times. Like, even now, if I were to move back to the Gold Coast or southeast Queensland, like where I came from, even if I were to move back now, things would not be the same. Like, I'll go back visit occasionally, but even if I had the choice, even if I was offered, if I was say offered a job there at this stage, I don't think I would move there. Like, I'm open to moving literally anywhere, but I don't want to move back there for one reason or another. I just don't want to move back there. To me, I would feel like that's essentially moving backwards. Yeah, yeah. And even, no matter what it was, I wouldn't. I don't want to move back to that area. I have nothing against that area, really. Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do have some things against it, but just keeping an eye on the time as well. 7:35. I've got to. All right, I've got a few more minutes here. Yeah, maybe I do have something against the area, but certain things. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I definitely will move on from this region. That's fairly certain now. I don't know where, I don't know how, I don't know when, where, how, and when. I don't know that. But alas, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to keep moving forward. And yeah, I have the feeling I'm coming up to another period of potentially big change. Big change. And I really love parts of my life here at the block. The creek, obviously, that's a big one. And I've become accustomed to life here. But look, I'm a young man. I can't just stay here on the outskirts of this small country town. There's a whole world out there. I can't just limit myself to just staying in this region. I can't do that. I really can't. It's not a healthy environment for a guy like me. It really isn't. It really isn't. Not long term. Like, I'm talking in terms of nothing against anyone really here, but it's just the nature. It's just the nature of living in a small town, right? It's just the nature of it, right? I don't want to move back into a big city necessarily, but I would like to move if and when I move. I would like to move to somewhere that is a bit more populated, that has a bit more going on. Of course, I want to be close to nature. I want to still stay in regional areas, not too remote, of course. I still would like to be within a few hours, or even say half a day or more, like just a few hours, where I can easily within a day get to one of the major cities. I would prefer to be there, and I would prefer to stay along elevated areas of the Great Dividing Range. That's where we typically find cooler climate. And yeah, if I move, I preferably like to either remain or move somewhere with a similar climate to here, or somewhere that's a bit cooler. So yeah, I'm just thinking about these things now. So yeah, thanks to Mike for that comment. Your comments always do get me thinking, and I always do consider all comments that I'm like, I always consider them, even well, even some troll and hate comments. I don't really get that many troll or hate comments. I've been lucky compared to some of my fellow content creators that have get a lot more hate, get a lot more stuff like that. But yeah, look, the trolls will always be there. Just gotta ignore those. But all the regular comments, even if I may disagree with them slightly on certain points, all the good ones, of course, I'll take on board. Even ones I may disagree with slightly, I'll still read and consider that and take it on board. Like, it's good. It's good to get different perspectives on here. But yeah, anyway, that's it. I've got to get ready for work. Got to get changed, all that. And yeah, that's it. Change is inevitable. Don't resist it. But yeah, just keep moving forward, onwards and upwards.